Welcome everybody to a look at a brand new Cine edition from HMV, and it is 1995's Rumble in the Bronx. So yeah, we've not had a UK release of this film before, but to celebrate Warner Brothers' 100th anniversary, they've been going all out this year to release as many of their films for either the first time on Blu-ray or in upgraded forms, either in terms of what they physically come with or in terms of being now 4K. So yeah, really pleased to finally get this film. And yeah, it's directed by Stanley Tong, who also did Police Story 3 Super Cop and Police Story 4 First Strike, also starring Jackie Chan. And yeah, they were released either side of this film. And this is a martial arts comedy film, clocking in 87 minutes long. Unfortunately, we don't have the Hong Kong cut, which is more than 100 minutes long. So yeah, unfortunately, we still don't have that as in terms of UK releases. And yeah, as you will have noticed by the box artwork, it stars Jackie Chan. This is the one of 27 films I've now seen from him. And it also stars Bill Tung, who was in 4 of the Police Story films, as well as Project A Part 2. We'll also be seeing him alongside Jackie Chan in The Legend of the Drunken Master, also known as Drunken Master 2, which is also getting a Cine edition release from HMV. And yeah, it's about Keong, who comes from Hong Kong to visit New York for his uncle's wedding. His uncle runs a market in the Bronx, and Keong offers to help out while uncle is on his honeymoon. During his stay in the Bronx, Keong befriends a neighborhood kid and beats up some neighborhood thugs who cause problems at the market. One of those petty thugs in the local gang stumbles into a criminal situation way over his head. So yeah, the plot to this is hardly full of surprises, and some of the acting is subpar, while the script is rather basic. But where this excels is with the main man himself, Jackie Chan. Not only is he as likeable as ever, but the stunts he does are excellent, and his martial arts skills are put on full show, which once again provide an example of how incredible he is, all the while the action scenes themselves are entertaining and thrilling in equal measure. What is even more incredible, though, is that this was done on a much smaller budget when compared to other action films of the 90s that have big set pieces, but the budget on this is utilised in the best way possible. So it's estimated that the budget of this was between 7.5 and 13 million, whereas a typical action film from the 90s could be 25 towards more like 50 or 60 million. So yeah, much smaller, but it doesn't really look like a smaller production film. The film itself is also well paced. The plot, despite its flaws, is still engrossing. It has its funny moments, and the action scenes are well shot. As yeah, if you're gonna have such an action star like Jackie Chan in your film, then you better well shoot the action scenes as well as possible. Especially since Chan himself got injured on the set of this film, like he did in so many of his films. So yeah, the case itself is pretty basic, same artwork as featured on the box artwork, which isn't, you know, the best artwork that they've done for one of these hard boxes, but it's still decent enough. And the only special feature, unfortunately, on this is a trailer, so yeah, not much in the way of that regard, and the disc isn't printed either. It's just a, you know, your basic title and blue background, so that is a little bit disappointing. But physically, you do get a nice few extras outside of the hard box, which, you know, not the best artwork ever, but it is still solid. And yeah, you got that on the side, and then you got that printed on the back, which is nice enough. But you do get several art cards and a poster as well, which again are featured in one of these like little envelopes that we've seen before with the Mad Max Cine editions. This HMV seems to be going all out with these Cine editions lately. So yeah, and like with the Mad Max releases, you do get a few double-sided art cards. So yeah, showing off Jackie Chan himself. Massive, magnificent stunt that, being towed behind a boat. And there he is again. There he is in his nightwear, I guess you could say. One of the happier moments in the film, and there we go again. So yeah, that's all good, but also you get a single-sided anatomy of an action hero, which basically goes through a bunch of his wounds that he's incurred over the years. So yeah, which is nicely done. So yeah, we start off with the cheek, which cuts and scarred cheek from bottle throwing scene in this film. Head, fractured skull falling 40 feet from a tree branch in Armour of God. I've seen the behind the scenes shot of that injury, and it's really rather quite horrific. Then you got blood, just a flesh wound, nothing to worry yourself about. Head again. Still determining if he's certifiably crazy. Nose, too many broken noses to count. Ankle, broken ankle in City Hunter. Hands, slashed fingers after getting run over by a snowboard in Police Story 4 First Strike. Then we've got another foot. We've got a foot which has a broken ankle, broken foot from one of his other films. And then his other foot broken from jumping from a bridge to a hovercraft in this film. Went on to film remaining 20 days of shooting wearing a cast hidden by a large shoe, so you can basically track before and after that injury in the film. You've also got shoulder, pulled shoulder muscle from being dropped 25 feet by a crane in the film Thunderbolt. Not seen that film. And yeah, it's got a little bit of a description here. Jackie Chan doesn't spend money on stuntmen and stand-ins, but that doesn't mean he hasn't paid the price. These are just some of the Jackie's many mishaps. Kids, don't try this at home. So yeah, that's a nice little extra. It's something a bit different than just, another art card with another couple of shots from the film. So yeah, I really do like that. And then you also got a poster as well, which is only single-sided, unlike the Mad Max ones, which have been double-sided. But yeah, I do actually really rather like this artwork. Certainly prefer it to the box artwork that they've gone for, especially since I do prefer the font that they've used. Whereas the font for the box artwork is just a little bit ordinary, but I really do like the art, the font that they've used there. And then you got the tagline: "The hero takes on the Bronx this time." So this wasn't Jackie Chan's first American feature. I think he was in one in the 80s called The Protector, or maybe I'm misremembering what the name is of that film. But apparently the production was a complete travesty in a lot of ways, and the film ended up being really rather quite bad. I've not seen it myself, but yeah, Chan certainly wasn't happy with it, and that's why he retreated back to Hong Kong to go make his own kind of films, which he did in spectacular style. But I am glad that he eventually did come back to America, as this is a really, really good film. Solid showing of not only his comedic timing, but also his martial arts skills and his acting in general. And yeah, I give it 4 out of 5. So yeah, if you've seen this film before, I'd like to hear your thoughts on it. But nonetheless, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.